Hey parents, I'm Dr. Jenny, founder of Nature Matters Academy. And Nature Matters Academy is a STEM-based outdoor hands-on curriculum for getting families outside and engaged with nature. And so I want to tell you a little bit about why I started this program. So my passions have always been nature and science. I've always loved being outside and I've always loved learning science, and that led me to a career as a biologist. And while I was in academia, I actually studied the human-nature connection. So I was looking at all the research and why nature is good for us and how it helps us be happier and healthier. But I didn't really make that full connection until I had kids, right? When I had kids, things became very, very real. So turns out I am the type of mom that makes colicky babies. And I'm not talking about the colic that lasts the first 3 months. I'm talking about a kind of colic that lasts to a year or two. And as you can imagine, children crying constantly is very, very hard, both for you and for the child, especially when you can't really console them. And so somewhere in the midst of those years of colicky kids, I found out that if I took them outside, then they could self-soothe and they could self-regulate. And so that was a huge turning point for us as parents, right? And then we became foster parents. So we were taking in kids that were called emergency placement kids. So they were coming directly out of a pretty bad situation into our home. And so that means that they were coming with a lot of emotional and behavioral issues. And so with my colicky kids and the foster kids, it was just a crazy crying fiasco in the house. And how we treated that essentially was we took them outside, and it worked so well that it became part of our daily routine. And as it became part of our daily routine, we wanted to do more things outside with them that were purposeful, especially as they got older, right? Because the activities that we could do when they were younger, just getting outside, didn't quite work as well as they were getting older. And so we wanted to do these educational types of activities. So that led me to searching online for all this stuff, right? And you can find a lot of activities online for ages about 2 to 6. They're all over Pinterest. They're all over Google. They're like every blog post of every mom blogger out there, right? Here's the thing. After the age of 6, they don't really work quite as well. They become a little bit more elementary for the kid who's wanting to learn something new. And so I was looking for a curriculum that would fit my family's needs. This is what I wanted for my kids. So number one, I wanted it to be able to grow with them. So as they got older, I wanted it to be able to them to still learn something new. And also I wanted to be able to fit, hey Callan, can you not throw those dirt clods, please? Thank you. Number two, I wanted to be able to fit our family schedule. So like you guys, we are insanely busy. We're probably overscheduled, and it needed to be able to fit into what we already did. And then number three, it needed to be written by an expert. So by this point, I had already bought some curricula, and they were getting things wrong. Some really basic scientific concepts they were getting wrong. So if they were getting little things wrong, what were they teaching and conveying in terms of big picture? Was it correct? And so that concerned me. So I was looking for a curriculum that could grow with my kids, that was written by an expert, and that fit our family schedule. Well, needless to say, I didn't find anything. So I was like, well, I'm gonna write one myself. This is what I want for my children. This is important to me. And I think it's important for them to get outside and learn science in a really fun way. So I'm gonna do this. And so I did, having lots of fun with my kids, doing all these activities, right? So then I start talking to other moms and telling them what I'm doing. And literally almost all of them were like, oh my gosh, that's what I want too. I want to get outside with more with my kids, but I'm not exactly sure what to do. I want to teach them about nature, but I don't know anything about nature. I don't know anything about the science. So as I started talking to more moms, I learned that they were wanting to do the exact same thing that I was wanting to do with my kids. That was getting outside as a family, spending quality time together, and giving them a good education, right? And supplementing whatever they were already doing with their science at school. And so that's when Nature Matters Academy was born. And it's essentially, like I said, a STEM-based outdoor nature program that's all about getting outside and having fun as a family. And your 4-year-old and your 8-year-old and your 12-year-old can all do the same activity. It's going to take about an hour, and they're all going to walk away learning something different. But they're all going to walk away with amazing memories too, right? So I want to take just a few minutes to tell you a little bit about what you get if you join Nature Matters Academy today. The foundation of Nature Matters Academy is this hands-on outdoor curriculum that builds STEM skills and confidence. But in addition to this weekly curriculum, you also get these fun nature challenge sheets where your kids get to go outside and do 20 different nature challenges over the month. And if they finish them, then they get this really cool prizes, which could be workbooks, they could be games, they could be just informational products for parents. Also, every week I send out a nature craft and give you something extra to do with your kids. If you sign up today, you'll get my 5 easy outdoor activities you can do in 30 minutes or less. This is great for weekends and summer. You'll also join our Facebook group if you're interested. This is a great way to connect with other families and ask questions. We also have our STEM Advantage Guide. So this tells you all about why what you're doing is so incredibly important for your kids' future. And then lastly, you get my 5-step recipe guide to creating environmental stewards and basically connecting your kids to the land. So as you can see, Nature Matters Academy comes with a ton of value. In fact, that value adds up to $180, and you can get all of that for just $25 a month. But here's the best part. You do have a 14-day trial, so if you're not satisfied in 14 days, you can get your money back and keep everything that you get. So there's virtually no risk to joining the program. So click on the button below, sign up today, and I will see you in the Academy.